Joining us with more now, Judy Miller, Pulitzer Prize-winning reporter and Fox News contributor. Also, Tammy Bruce, president of the Independent Women's Voice and also a Fox News contributor. So, Judy, Rudy Giuliani says everybody's reacting to us now. They are driving the train. How do you see it?
Well, they certainly are reacting to him. But the problem is he's trying to outdo Donald Trump in terms of getting people talking about him. And what they're saying about him is not, by and large, complimentary. Now, Rudy Giuliani, and I can only think of this being an extremely sad development because I'm a New Yorker and I remember Mayor Giuliani, America's mayor after 9/11. This is not that guy. I mean, a lawyer who talks about still learning the facts while talking about the law and his conclusion that he's already drawn, contradicting his client again and again. He may be trying to rescue the president from legal trouble, but he's creating a whole bunch of political problems for his client.
Well, he's a former federal prosecutor. He's no slouch, Tammy, when it comes to understanding of the law.
Yeah, he's not. And I think that it comes down to whether you're going to assess him, whether you like the job he's got or if you don't like the job he's got. And this is what we have to consider with Mayor Giuliani, is that you've got a man who now has, in fact, changed the conversation. And I think it's important, and I think there's a method to this madness, that you now have an unpredictable, aggressive voice who knows all the players. They've known each other for years, if not decades. He knows who's got what baggage, and he wants, in fact, to make sure that when there's going to be a conversation, that they're controlling that narrative. Now, of course, there's going to be negative coverage. It's because it's the legacy media. Anybody who's going to defend the president or change this narrative that the left has enjoyed controlling for so long, he's going to get some pushback. And I think that his history shows us that he knows what he's doing. The nature of his history with these individuals, the president, Mueller as well, he knows what he's doing. And I think that this is the new thing that he's introduced that's helpful for Americans to realize that, and for his opposition to realize, that they're not going to sit back and take what's going on, that they're going to be participants in this.
This is an unpredictable president, and he now has by his side an unpredictable attorney.
Yes, and I don't think that will serve either man very, very well. But look, the problem is the president said from the beginning he knew nothing about the hush money to Stormy Daniels. Now, all of a sudden, his lawyer says actually he did. I think that while trying to rescue his client from perhaps a campaign violation charge, he's created a political credibility problem for him. And he's all over the airwaves. That's not necessarily a good thing for Donald Trump.
We know that, in fact, as lawyers do this, you got billions of dollars, you got high-powered clients. You can pay somebody for something, you can have expenses without your client knowing the dynamic, which is one of your jobs, is to protect your client from the details of what these things are. This is the kind of thing that I think makes all the sense in the world. And at the same time, I think we've got to realize that the president in the midst of this is also running the world. And I would caution anyone who would say that this is going to be bad news for the president or the people around him. The president has had tremendous success in everything he's done, whether it's foreign policy, the economy is booming, and every step of the way, people said, oh my God, this is going to be the end. This is a disaster. When the president has been making things work on one end and the media has been distracted by what they prefer to see on the other.
How is calling Jared Kushner disposable? How does that help his client?
I think that there's also the difference between unnamed sources, gossip, rumor, a comment that might be made on the aside, versus the people who are running the free world, trying to get this nation back on her feet, making sure individual lives here, the individual citizen has money in their pocket again, and that our enemies don't get a nuclear weapon. And let's forget about the destruction of ISIS, North Korea. There's a lot of other things going on.
He's not Secretary of State, Tammy. He's the president's lawyer at the moment.
But see, this is my point. This is my point. It's that we go right back to Rudy Giuliani when it's the larger picture.
How does it help Donald Trump to have Rudy Giuliani talk about the premature release of 3 American hostages in North Korea when they haven't been released?
My point is that the media should be talking about the spectrum of these things, but there's an obsession and a fixation on the gossip and the rumors instead instead of the real news that's happening in this
You
country.
don't want to talk about the legal case.
It's been a while since we've had the two of you on together. It gave you time
We agree to disagree.
We agree
There
to
you
disagree.
go. All right, Tammy and Judy, thank you both.
Thank you.